a leftover of olive tree, olive piece of wood that was burned, and I cut a bigger piece for another project, and I will do a tealight from this one. Stick around, I'll show you how I do it. And I'm starting by drilling a recess, and now I will do a cylinder out of it and bring it into balance, and I'll make it square, and I'll continue with it. Thank you very much for joining me back again on my channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Very important, put some remarks at the bottom. You like, you don't like, you've got some ideas, put them down, I'll reply to them. After I'll do this cutting it square, we will continue with the shaping of it. On this project, usually what happens is on project you have an idea in your head what you're going to do, how is it going to look like, what's the shape that you're going to use. On this one, I've got the idea what I want to do, but the shape I'll leave it to the wood. And what do I mean by leaving it to the wood? This wood's got a very nice pattern, a very nice grain, and I'll let the shape highlight the beauty of the grain, and that's why I say I'll move it, I'll move the shape, and I'll shape it the way that it will give more, as much as possible, to the grain. I'm drilling a 40mm wide hole, and that's for the candlelight insert. It's 43mm, but I prefer to do it by hand later, and it's also I can use it on my as a recess on my mini chuck, so I can work on the base and finish the base, and then I'll move to the other side. On this one, I'm going to finish, first of all, I'm going to do the side of the base, and I will shape it, and I'll shape the leg that I want to do, and then I'll give it, I'll probably drill a hole for my logo, do my lines, and build the shape according to the grain of the wood. Now comes the time for the 25mm hole for my logo, and then I'm going to put 3 lines or 2 lines. I'm going to burn them, make them black, and then I'll start. I'm starting with sandpapering, but that will be just a rough one, so I can see what's happening with the wood and with the grain and the shape. It's not going to be a finish. I'm not going to finish it now, because I discovered I've got some cracks that I have to find a solution for those cracks. I can leave it like that and put CA glue, but I didn't want to do that, so I have to find another solution. And here you see I'm making the hole a little bit bigger. I turn it around back again, make it a little bit bigger for the insert. When I'll finish with this side, when I finish with that, I'll turn it around back again to finish the end, the base again. I'll use sandpaper here on this side also, and only then I'll turn it around and go back to the base. on top of that I had a crack. I had a knob over there that I knew that if I have to fill it up, it will be a little bit difficult. So I decided to take this piece of knob out, and you will see what I decided to do. Now the crack was too small, so I had to make a decision. Do I put resin, but then I have to make the crack a little bit bigger, or I'm going to put CA glue with a little bit of mica? And I decided, no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to enlarge the crack, and then I'm going to use a gel resin that I use quite a lot of times, and I'm going to mix inside. This time I'm mixing inside copper dust, copper powder, real copper powder, and I put shavings of brass that a friend of mine gave me. He's got a workshop for metal work, and from the lathe that is doing brass, gives me the shavings, very thin, fine ones, and I put them inside, and I'll see how it comes out. Now I'm going to sandpaper it all the way to 600, and after the 600 I'm going to use steel wool, and the reason is that steel wool brings the shine out of the copper and the brass. Now guys, I found, a friend of mine gave me this as a present. It's called Triple E. It's made in Australia. It's an Aussie place. And I decided that I'll give it a try, and I tried it. I increased the speed, and I used it as I used the Yorkshire grid, and look at the shine. Oh my goodness, look at this shine. Triple E, and now, like every man, what I do is after I finish with it, I check what's the instruction. And here I'm finishing with Obishanjos. But that's normal. You do, and then you look at the instruction and you say, did I done it correct or not? This time I done it correct, yeah. Now we turn it around, and now we're going to the base, and we changing a little bit the shape of the base, and also again with the Triple E Ultra Shine, and then Obishanjos. I chose this color of powder, the copper powder, because the insert is also copper. And that's it is. I hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to thumbs up, put down some remarks, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you very much, and enjoy your weekend.